Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 16th episode of season 2 of the podcast Society and Stuff with your host, Joseph Eisman. The musical introduction of this podcast is brought to you by Blue Dot Sessions. The name of the song is Celestial Navigation, a really great piece of music that I think fit the mode for this podcast. The topic of this episode is about leadership. That is why I have a guest. Peace Leader Developer is her main title. She is a master of relationships in how friendship, community, and developmental leadership are created where everyone is included in the success. She conveys insights into how people attract others to want to follow and how communication on a mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual level affects both the individual and the environment in relation to visions and goals. She shows what makes us anchor our visions, how they are recreated, and how conflicts and resistance can arise and be resolved. She also runs the business Human Dignity, a center for leadership. I say welcome to Annika Sundbom. Hello, Annika. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. It's so nice to be here with you, Joseph.
Thank you. Thank you that you could. It's very appreciative of you to be here in this podcast episode about leadership. How does it feel being on a podcast?
It's wonderful. I really enjoy that you are going to ask me a lot of questions and where I can talk about the topic I am so interested and love, actually, in a deep level of myself. It's so important, and I'm happy that you invited me, and we are going to talk about that.
That's great. Have you been in a podcast before?
Many times, actually, in different podcasts.
Interesting. What were they about?
It was about wisdom in English. If I translate it, is about one woman. She is a journalist, and she asked about the wisdom around relations and how we create peace and development. So she asked a lot of questions around that, and both from a local to an international level. Yes, so that's what. And also a pod from Norway, also about peace leadership, and somebody else. I can't really remember the name of the first one, but.
Yeah. Interesting. So you've done this before then?
Yes, but your questions are totally show they are totally unique in comparing others. So every podcast is very important, I think, and every meeting when we meet each other and ask questions, and we can share to each other things which can be something better for others and to us all. It's important.
Absolutely. That's what it is. Every podcast special in their own way.
Mm.
Yeah. And I'm thinking that we can then move on to the questions. Well, or maybe to begin with, an introduction. If you could tell about yourself a bit more. Who is Annika Sundbom?
Yes, who am I? It's a big question, but I can say that I am living here in Stockholm. I'm 60 years old. I have been working as an ICU nurse in the beginning of my career until 2003, and then I changed and started my company, Human Dignity, a Center for Leadership, because I realized that a lot of leaders in a society wasn't aware that leadership is about love. Love people and love the goal, and that's the reason why I started. And to build communities, to be together in love and freedom is something I always want to create everywhere. So that is me. I'm very interesting interested about, and I have been and I am, to find the source of how we create our reality and relations. And that is me. And also a very curious person. I'm a very curious person. I know that there is so much I don't know, and I'm so curious to understand new things when I meet people. I'm also an author, and I have worked as a leadership developer and peace leadership developer towards single leaders, one-to-one, and also develop companies, industries, diplomats, artists. I've been in the international level, worked with leaders in New York, in UN, and I've been in Iraq, I've been in Nepal, Rotterdam. But I coming from a small town in the middle of Sweden with 15,000 people. And I have lived there for the main time of my life until 3 years back. Since 3 years back, I moved to Stockholm. But I have always have the big goal. Whatever I do, when I work with a developer leader in a society or a company, and also in a family, or if I work with peace leaders, peace mediators, I always have the goal that everything I do, I will come a little bit closer international peace and community. That is my purpose. This is my thing. And I know that we have to do that from the inside from ourselves. So I work a lot I always work with myself and develop myself always to come closer. So that's me. It's a lot more, of course. I can talk about that, and you can also talk about that for many days, who you are. So I stop there.
Yeah, that's great. But you are also a Rotarian, because we met a couple of years ago. I think it was in autumn 2024. We met at a district conference for the Rotary International District 2355. And that is where we met the very first time, and we connected with each other. And so yeah, how is that? How is your experience within the Rotary? I know that you have been the president, or that you are the past president of your Rotary club.
Yes, I am that now. Yes, I like that organization, because it's also about to be truthful, to think about each other, make a better world, develop peace. Yes, I really enjoy to be there in Rotary. I've been a member since 22 years back.
Since 22 years back.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, I have been there. So I have been a president before too.
Nice to hear. Yeah. That's great. Yeah, well, yeah, that's what it is.
And nice to meet you. And we have a long conversation when I followed you. You took me in your car, and I could follow to Stockholm from Uppsala from that conference. And I think that was the time when we really learned to know each other more.
Exactly. Because we had like a personal conversation. Yeah, when I took you for a ride from, Uppsala. It's a long trip from Stockholm to Uppsala and vice versa. So that's where the district conference was held at. Yeah, and we really had a good, great personal moment where we really discussed and got to know each other a bit more on a personal matter.
Yes.
Which was very, got to discuss what we do. And so, yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. I'm thinking that, we can talk about how we met for hours and just, let the time go by. But as mentioned, we are on a schedule a bit, and I'm thinking that we can, if we move on, I'm thinking that you have maybe from time to time met people that, lack leadership or self-leadership, and you really question what why they are lacking and what they are lacking it in, and etc. So the first question that I'm gonna ask is, what makes a great leader?
A great leader is the one who has the biggest amount of passion for the goal, and also for the people the leader have around them, around the participants, or if it is the cooperators and the customers. The leader has to be the one who have the most passion and the most love to other people. And there is not so many people who talk about that today. A little bit, we can see the effect of it also. That we talk about leadership as something which is very important, that you have to learn the skills, but you need to have the love. Allowed to build we are going to build a house, and it will be wonderful, and everybody want to live here, and I want to live here too, because it will be super. So the leader can see the customers as themselves, and also the people around them. That is a very good leader. That is the most important thing. Yes.
Have you at all met anyone that lacks, what all of what you are saying, or that just lacks in general this leadership, or lacks leadership or self leadership even?
Yes, there is something we all have been through, I think, in many times. So it is not that is a bad person, or when you if you don't have a dream, you're scared to not have the ability to create what you want to create, and you're afraid that you are going to lose what you have.
It'll be like a nightmare.
Yes, the nightmare.
Yeah.
If that is the thing that you struggle from the nightmare, you become a bad leader. If we use the word of bad, but the effect of it is that the nightmare is coming more and more. And we can see that in many levels in the world today, that we don't have the dream of international peace and community and a world where everybody can be together. We talk about the opposite and the opposite road. So it is not that people are bad. They are just more scared than passionate of what they want to create. And also another thing is that many people who are in a leading position are not conscious about how important they are as a person, and how important it is what they communicate to others. They can say things as they don't understand that they are the one who others listen to and follow and believe in. And this is I can see it in many places, that they are not conscious about the authority they have, and also they not be aware about that, how we create our relations and how we create our reality. And also another thing is that they don't have the connection to themselves in the body, so they can take the responsibility of what they're dreaming of. If they have a dream, but they can talk about the dream and try to convince other people, because they are not convinced in themselves. Do you follow me?
Yes, I do. And I think the listeners will also follow you. Yeah. No, I know what you're getting at. And no, it's all of the things that you are saying are important, that they need to, now you said that it's about, believing in yourself more, right?
Yes, you have to be the one.
Yeah.
The leaders have to be the one who are totally convinced about what they're going to receive. Otherwise, they try to put this, project it to others and say, you have to do it. But
exactly.
The leader, the mother, the CEO or the president have to be the one who are totally convinced that this everything is going to be all right. No problem. And when they say that and also feel that and also feel it down to the feet, other
Yeah.
people can also connect with that and feel that this is a leader who stands on his feet or on her feet, and the words are going through her body and out again.
Yeah.
As we are, so it's totally clear in every directions about that we are going to receive what we are talking about. And then you don't have to talk so much. You can say, we will do it. It's no problem. Follow me.
Yeah. Yeah. And that takes us to the next question. Have you experienced bad leadership?
Yes.
Is it something that
Yes.
you have experienced, and how
Yes.
did it
Okay.
affect you and
Yes.
your mental well-being or something like that?
Yes. You know, when you are in a organization where you feel it's very important to do what you are going to do, and you are under a leadership where the leaders are not so interested about the effect as the people who work there, it is a way to be. People can be sick there because we are here to make something better every day. That is the thing of human beings, that we every meeting will make us a little bit happier than we have been before. I think that is the most important thing. It doesn't matter what I do, if I sell shoes or if I bake bread or whatever I do for somebody else. So the customers or the person I meet will be a little bit happier. But if I can't do that in an organization, and that is very important for me, it is a way to, you have to close down the love inside. And then I also close down the love outside. And people get in distance to each other in the organization. And when you get a distance between people, you have also get distance inside yourself, and you can be sick. The cells don't get the love as we need to have, because the organization inside and outside is in the same way. So a bad leadership is if someone is the leader and they don't want to be there, they are not so interested about it. The position is more interesting than mission, and they don't know they don't feel the responsibility because they can't feel themselves in the body, because we have the responsibility in our body. We can't have it in the mind. We have it from the bottom, from the belly down to the feet. And if you don't have the connection there, you can't take the responsibility of almost anything. You have to point with your finger outside and say, that is the person who have been bad, and that is the one is bad. You can't see the world from the inside of you and out. You think that everything is outside. So that is not a bad person, but it's not a whole person.
And have you met persons that are not whole?
So you can see them everywhere. And that is not that these bad people who have been in traumas, in different problems in their lives, and that is common. Everyone have been through that, but some people have not the ability or the feeling of responsibility to take care of themselves and develop themselves. So they project their trauma they have inside to the outside. So yes, I have seen it in many places. We can see it in the international world today. That there's a lot of people who are in what we call in the international leadership, but they can't feel that everybody they see could be themselves. When you have a connection with yourself, you can understand that when I'm sitting here with you, you can be me and I could be you. We are equal, but you can't feel that equalness if you don't have a body contact. And you can't have a body contact if you don't have emotional connection with yourself. So that is something which make a leader to become a bad leader. or I can say a leader who not make the world better.
And what do you think that stems from? You mentioned about, bad leaders, they can have like trauma. And so when, like, what does it stem from, like, being that way? That does it have like any psychological effect or something like that? Because because you would think, why would someone who has been through something bad in life want to do something bad to others as well, if you know what I'm getting at?
Mm.
And so what do you think that stems from, would you say?
Now, if we take a easy metaphor, if you think about a little boy, we can think about a little boy. He's in school and he's outside. No one is a friend of him. Not teachers, not other kids. He's lonely. They said bad things to him. And one day he wants to be something. He wants to be someone who have been seen. At least they will remember me. At least they can see me. If they don't love me, perhaps they can like me. If they don't like me, they can respect me. If they don't respect me, they can accept me. But if they don't accept me, they can at least see me. So one day, 20 years after he quit from the school, come back and take a weapon and kill so many kids and teachers in that school. And why? Because he just want to be seen and remembered. So that is not an evil person. It's a person who has never been felt that someone have loved him. So, and we can see that. And also, if you don't feel that you are nothing, I'm nothing, no one want to be with me, I can say, I have a big car, and I have a big house, and I have this, I have that, and I can build things around me, which is something other people admire. So I can be something in this environment of things people admire, a part of that. So I can feel that I have been someone. If you have this feeling that you are alone and people can threat you or say bad things to you, you're always checking that someone is coming. There are enemies outside. They're not wonderful cousins. They are enemies. And so if someone come close and I don't know who it is, I can kill it.
Yeah.
Because I don't trust anyone. Because I've grown up and I have been alone and people have been bad to me and I haven't trust anyone. And that feeling, even if this person are 55 years old and he look like he have everything, but inside him there is a very, very lonely kid who have never been hugged and loved. So that is very important to not just judge people who are, as we said, bad leaders, because there is a reason why he's growing up and become a president who see other countries and other people as enemies. Because every kid who are going to born and grow up is going to become something. So we all are creator of that. So I think that we all have to take the responsibility how we can make good relations to each other and create the community where you are. So more and more people can feel more trust. So say, hello, yes, you can come into a cup of coffee. We can be together. So people can be more trustful and the fear will disappear more and more.
Yeah.
So that's a way to make a better world. But as I have decided to develop leaders, is because when I do that, when I develop the self-love inside and I take rid of the traumas they have inside from the schoolyard, from they have been raped, there have been different things in their lives, and they feel more and more love to themselves. They look through themselves to others. And because they are in the head of an organization, then then they can create the love they have from the inside to the outside. And people, the community they have inside, the parts inside themselves, they can see the projection is going out, and people come together and they are free and the love is growing. So that's the reason why I work with leadership and leadership development, and also peace leadership development, to take all these people who can be a good and bad leader like this. It's very common because it's depend on what's happening around, so they can be more stable and more comfortable with themselves.
Yeah. So all in all, we can say that bad leader, or leaders who lack good leadership or great leadership, they are people that are made into being that, you can say, or that they are created, because you are not born with an evil bone in your body, not a single evil bone in your body, but they are created that way, you can say.
Yes, because in the beginning, when you, as a newborn child, looking up to the parents, and if you're supposed to see a smiling face who loves you as you are, as an existence, not a position, because I have no position, not because I have been in university, because I haven't been there, but I'm 1 month old. I've not done nothing, just eating, sleeping. When I see the smiling face and the loving, caring faces around me, I can understand that this is me. I see myself through their eyes. But if I grow up and I see people who hates me and see these faces, and they hate each other, most when they look at me, I see that I am something which is not welcome. I'm nothing. In the source ourselves, we understand that we are something. We are super. We are wonderful from the beginning. Every cell want to have yes, yes, yes inside. So it is a conflict inside that I feel it outside is people don't like me, but inside I want to be loud, and I have to find a way to be that. So that is what I can see at the beginning. Oh, what can happen? Then it can be a loving, caring childhood. Something happens, and your trust and your feeling that you are something crash, and you have to stop your feelings inside because it hurts so much, and I can't get rid of it. And then it stop, and you have it stopped like that. I show it. You can't see my hands when you listen to me. I understand that now when I'm thinking about it. But I mean, when you stop the feeling inside the body, you stop the feeling outside. So you get distance inside and outside. And you can see when you see all the presidents, Stalin, and the different presidents who has been through the history, you can see the head and the shoulders, but nothing more. And that is a figure of a leader who have not connection with the feelings, because you can't see the body. Not because of this figure, but the leadership is in that way. Do you follow me? Is it?
I'm thinking, I was gonna ask you, what do you exactly mean not seeing the body?
I mean that when you see, I can't the name of it in English. When you see when you see the head of a president in a sculpture, and you can see the shirt, you can't. It's down to the breast, and then the figure is nothing more. It's no body. It's no legs.
Yeah.
Yes, it is a wonderful thing, because it's about it's a strong mind, but they can't, the feelings, they have stopped the feelings. This is a metaphor. So do you understand? It's a metaphor of it, how when we stop our feelings, we have no connection with the body. I just think it's a little bit funny, because when you see this these old dictators, the presidents of dictators, they have always that just the head and the shoulders, but not the body. Do you understand?
Yeah, no. Now I think so. Metaphorically speaking, like a statue, just showing the shoulder, wider body, the upper body a bit, and the head, but down through the entire body to the feet, that is not showable, because in a statue you only see a head or just a bit of the upper body.
Yes.
But you cannot see the entire body itself.
No. And that is also, when you look at the dictator and how they dictator is the name of it.
Dictator. Yeah, the dictator.
In a dictator, they don't lead with emotions and existence and equalness, because that is you can find that from the belly down to the feet. There you can feel equalness, feelings that we are one, we are together. All these feelings down there.
And you cannot feel that from a dictator in a dictatorship. No. Yeah. Well, that's one issue in these dictators and the dictatorships in the world. It's an ongoing issue, up and coming issue. There are always those who lack awareness, and they only see, how can you say this? They only see what they are doing, what they are saying, but they lack what's going on around them. So something like that. Yeah.
Yes, and we can see that everywhere. You can see the leadership, how you can see it international, you can see it in the family, you can see it in the organization, company, friendship, in relations with the relatives.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the same structure everywhere.
Yeah, the dictatorship. Yeah.
Yes, but also a good leadership. So you can see the same thing everywhere.
And so you are also an author.
Yes.
How many books have you written and released?
I have released 2 Swedish titles, and the first one I have translated to English, and the name of that is Do or Die: Confessions of a Leader, or The Pursuit of Self-Love.
Pursuit of Self.
Yes, I wrote it. I released the Swedish one 2012 because I want to give the customers I have, the leaders I have, them in their hands and say, this is the way, how it works. How is it? When they ask, how can you do this? How is the function of relations? How can you help me in this way? Yes, this is the answer. So I wrote this book to show the dualities we have inside ourselves, that we want something and we couldn't achieve it, or we hate someone, a neighbor, for example, and all these different paths is in myself. Annika, who is the one who hates someone outside, and the one who I hate is also Annika. So how we take this projection back and understand that this is just characteristics inside me, and I have to see them and accept them, respect them until I love them. And when I love them, I can see much more of them, and then I put them together as I put the hands together, and so they become one, and I can use both different opposites in the same time, and then the conflict resolved after that. So that is the main thing about Do or Die: Confession of a Leader, or The Pursuit of Self-Love.
But you also have another book, or you only have one?
No, I have another book. It's only in Swedish. Betraktelse, samtal och drömmar. I can't.
You can translate. It's okay. Yeah.
Yes.
But you can tell what it's about.
Yes, it's a lot of metaphors about how we can release ourselves from values, different values of what's good or bad inside ourselves. So I always write things that people get released. when they read it. They understand they are wonderful. Everything is wonderful. There is nothing inside a person which is bad. Everything has. There is gold inside. So that's all about when I write. So this is my two books, and I have is a audio book, the Swedish one, the first one, and also. But I have written a lot. I haven't released anything yet, but the third one, but it will come.
Oh, so a third one is on the making.
It is.
There you have it, folks. Annika just gave a hint of the third book in the making.
Yes, it's about self-love. More deeper explanation of it. Yes.
Great. What are your goals as an author?
To very quick get people the possibility to understand how they can be friend to themselves and to others, and that they are wonderful persons, and we can make everything is possible, and make it very quickly. So that is my goal, because we have to hurry up. We have to hurry up and understand that we have to be aware and conscious how we create a wonderful community together.
Perfect. And now I'm thinking if you felt finished, we can move on.
Yes.
Yes. So, have you ever experienced places, things, whatever? Maybe you not only experienced, but you have also seen. It can be on TV, on reading in newspaper, whatever. Places that, just lack peace, lack everlasting peace because I do not know, people are ruling or, it's just a mess of everything. Have you yourself experienced that?
I don't know. I understand really what you mean. If I have been in an environment where people have been through a very bad leadership, or what do you mean?
Yeah, and through that bad leadership, there is not any peace. You always feel that there is a tug of war somehow. It can be in a workplace, it can be in school, it can be, all sorts of places in society. And you feel that here lacks peace,
Yes, I have been I had developed industries and companies for 23 years and helped these leaders and the whole companies to become one together, and also take them from this catastrophic situation they have. It can be, even if you live and work in that type of environment, you can feel that this is reality and this is how my life is. I remember I went into a company for real estate from many years ago, and when I walked through the offices, I can feel hi when I see the people in the faces, and when I went next step to next office, I can feel the knives in the back. The people, there is no trust they're not trust and no feeling of we are one. That people they say, hi, Joseph. And when you go out from the room, I said, oh, Joseph, he's something special.
Yeah.
And that is very important. It can be very often when the leader is not so close to the group, and the people are a little bit afraid of the leader, and the leader a little bit afraid of the people he leads. And I was the only one who could put my hand on the leader's back and say, hello, how are you today? Because everyone was so afraid of him. And he was it was not common for him to have someone close to him and trust anyone. And I became the one who he trusted. The only one from the beginning. And we started there to he built the trust to me, and we can develop this trust in the whole company. It happens a lot. Yes. So it can be a good, wonderful person who are in the leadership, but they get afraid. It can become a catastrophe. And when they get afraid, other people get afraid. And when they start to talk badly about the leader talk badly to the people. And it's going around in a very fast way.
It's like a vicious cycle.
Yes. So it's not so uncommon. I can feel that now when I have worked for many years, and I can see that the loneliness in the leadership in many different companies the loneliness have been growing. So they look like they have everything, but when I meet up this leader, they don't trust almost anyone because they have no one to trust. They have to trust themselves, and they have to follow the system. They have to follow the rules. They have to work a lot. They work a lot. They don't have so much free time. They don't have so much life and laugh and play around time. I can see that have been growing. Yes, more that people don't drink coffee together in the work. They don't talk about small things. They just work.
Yeah. How do you create peace that lasts?
I started to, when I meet someone, whoever they are, always, I'm curious about the soul. I look through everything. I don't care about what position they have, what they have done, age. I don't care. I just curious about the person inside. And when I do that, it's very easy to connect because the other person enjoy to be seen as the human they are in the inside of themselves. And when we do that, we don't have to talk about, we don't have to compare anything. We just are here together. And that is the most important first step. And the other step is when I always check myself. If I don't like someone, if something give me a trigger in some way that I feel whatever it is, I know this is about me, not about that person I meet. I am responsible of what I feel inside myself toward other people. So I have to develop myself, get rid of this. And when I have done that, I have made peace inside myself toward that person. And then we make in peace together. So the consciousness about how we create our relations and our reality, my consciousness is important, and also the responsibility. I feel that I am the one who make peace or conflict towards other people around me. And it is my decision if I want to, what I want to have, which type of relations I want to have. And I can't put it on no one else. No. It's mine.
And speaking of relations and relationships, because I'm guessing you felt finished. Yeah. So speaking of relations and relationships, do you ever experience from time to time that you have relationships that, never lasts, or that you have seen others have relationships that never lasts, and they are either way short-term relationships, or like there is something there with the relationship really not working between each other, between people or individuals?
Yeah, there are a lot of answer about that. I think that I don't have a problem. I have a lot of relations, good, close relations. I don't have to talk to my people around me every day to have them close to me, because I have started, as I said before, I see the soul first and get curious. Who is this human being? I want to know more. So that is but also I think that we meet each other because we have to meet each other just now, because I am going to do this and you are going to do that. And this is comparing to each other, and we can do something together. I think we humans are in that way, that we over some years or months, and we are together because we have to do that. We are going to do something, and then we are going away. It's not because I don't like that person. It's just because I have to do something else. And we And we also meet each other and develop each other inside ourselves because we meet other people. So when I'm finished with this development in myself, perhaps I have to go further away to next challenge thing.
Yeah.
I think we all search for the fulfillment of love inside ourselves and together. As a human body needs to be fulfilled so the circulation is totally perfect everywhere. I think we all are in that way. So I'm not so, if someone is coming and then they are going, I don't feel it's as a disappointment. I just feel that has been for some years and now perhaps we meet again later when it's time.
Like until we meet again, like maybe not now, maybe not in a couple of months or years, but until we meet again. It can be anywhere.
Yes, but I think also there can be many people who want to have connection with each other, but no one of them, I can say both of them can be too scared to take the phone and say, hello, I want to talk to you. But both of them longing for each other, waiting for a phone call or a SMS or something, but no one has the courage to do that. Don't you think that it can be an answer for that people lose each other? They don't connect to each other. They don't call each other when they're longing for each other.
Well, no. I'm also thinking in the sense of, when you network, when you meet new people, you meet new individuals, and, you're so happy you broaden your network and, but somehow, I mean, there are those in society that they meet new individuals and they love to connect, but they do it, but they either way expect something in return, or they only do it for the sake of keeping, having a profile with, you see how many followers or how many contacts I have, if you know what I'm getting at. Like,
yes,
it's like they have the flavor, but not the follow through, maybe, that they say themselves, they preach, they say, oh, I love to connect with new individuals, but they only do it for the sake of, maybe having, like, how can you say, the superficial networking,
yes.
that type of thing. And I'm thinking that takes us to the next question. Why do shallow relationships that never last exist?
Because we have this shallow relationship with ourselves. That is the answer. If I can't feel myself and accept everything I feel inside myself, whatever it is, all the joy and all the sorrow or everything, and also, I think if we can't connect with each other, we can't connect it to other. If I can't stay in myself, I can't stay with you. It's very easy because everything is coming from inside ourselves in the beginning. That's the reason why I develop mostly and everyone so they can have the connection with their own body in the same amount as they have connection with the mind. So they don't have to go in a meditation to feel their feet and enjoy their bodies and enjoy the calmness inside because they have it inside themselves all the time. And then there's very easy to connect to others and also have the emotions in the same amount as the mind, as you have thoughts in your mind. That is when you have these three levels in the same 100%, 100%, 100%, you can, when you have the feeling of existence that you are inside yourself, you don't have to tell anyone, I have been there, I can this, because I am already here and you are already there. And we don't have to do anything to sit together in a sofa and just eat some chips. We can do that. We don't have to say anything more. We have already come into nirvana, and that is the thing. Yes, I have made a lot of studies around this self-love and leadership, and with heat cameras. And I'm not a PhD, I don't have that, but I have make a lot of researches and to show the world what I see when I see a person, how we can develop humans and how we can develop ourselves, and how we can see how when a person gets in touch with the right brain side, the left brain side, I mean the mental, the mind, and the feelings and the body in the same 100%, 100%, 100%, and how they get warmer in the body. I can show with the heat camera. When the self-love growing, you get more circulation, you get healthier, sickness disappear. And so I have started to do this 2000, I think it's 2009, but I haven't any researchers. So I have a lot of, I could say I know how it is, but I couldn't show anyone. So I wish for a researcher 2016. And I have a long answer from your question now, but I continue a little bit.
Absolutely, do. Please do.
Anyway, in the same time, I was interviewed as international mediator for the Swedish Foreign Department in the government. And I have talked into my cell phone, I think 3 months before, I need a researcher who can help me to show how we create our relations from the inside to the outside in this through this time of when I went into the government in different meetings. Professor from Uppsala University, he brought me together to a peace researcher and said, you two have to meet each other because I think you can do something together. So she quit. Matilda Lindgren is her name, and she has made researching for about the most famous international peace mediators, international, Jan Eliasson, Martti Ahtisaari, the African Union, a lot of different mediators around the world, and how they work and in which mediating styles they have. So when we met each other, she moved up to Sollefteå, quit from her work as a teacher in the university and moved up and followed me for 2.5 years. So I have a research report with the name The Conscious Responsible Leadership, a report about a way of leading for long-term development. So that's about what we're talking about, how we can make relations to not be a shallow one, instead be a close, calm, easy way to be together. And then we can look to each other and say, Joseph, what is your skills? Okay, you can do that and I can do this. And then we can create things together. When we have this feeling of that we are almost siblings or cousins, this is the important thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything else you wanted to add?
No, I was as big. I went around.
It was a great, great answer, really. Yeah. Now, I think the listeners will also find it interesting, and all the answers that you have given during this Q&A.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So if we can dream for a while, dream that everything is just wonderful, no faults, no nothing, it's just everyone is getting along and it's a great place to be on earth, and so how would you describe your perfect society in accordance to great leadership and peace?
There is a society with people who everyone are conscious about that they see the world through themselves. Just as it is. Everything I see through myself. So when I see you, I can also feel that you can be me, and then it's very easy to know how I would behave to you. It doesn't matter if I am a doctor or if I am a singer or whatever I do. Everybody knows that. And that is also a way to be equal. We know that we have been through things, everyone in different ways. Perhaps not every child have been through that feeling of that they are perfect in every cell, but we know that this feeling of lack of love inside me is inside me. It's not the reality outside. And we talk about that, and we don't put that responsibility toward anyone else. We just help each other with questions and curiosity. That the goal is that we are going to have a greater day tomorrow than we have today. And every meeting will be much, we laugh a lot more when we leave each other than we did when we met each other. So if we have that consciousness and also responsibility, can make a wonderful society. Also that we understand that every part of the society, the one who said hello in a restaurant is also very important as the one who makes the food, as the one who clean
the dishes. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Everyone have important part of the society, and that is very important to understand. And when I have my courses here and I have my leaders who coming to me, I work in my apartment in the old city in Stockholm. And when they come to me, I have, I work with them for a whole day. I make the food the day before. So we have the lunch, and I have also make cookies and bread, bake them. So when they come, they can feel the smell, and we eat these cookies. And I say to them, these cookies have the same dignity and also importance as the whole day together, because every part of everything is important. And when we understand that, we can make a wonderful society. I don't mean that the cookie have the same price as the leadership course, but it is a part. So when we put it together, it will be a full picture and a wonderful picture. So when I gave them the cake, I said, take a cookie. And they said, oh, my grandma did like this. Yes, she did. And then we talk about her, and suddenly she is also a very important person in this room.
Beautiful.
Mm.
Beautifully worded. And I think that at that note, we'll finish there. That was the very last question of this interview. Annika Sundbom, everyone. Yeah, no, really, it has been a great pleasure having you on the podcast episode about leadership, Annika. Really, very appreciative of you to take your time being on this episode. And I would like to thank you a bunch. And we will probably see each other soon in maybe another Rotary gathering or any other gathering.
Yes, I think so too. I'm so happy that you invited me. I'm so grateful for that. And it was really nice and fun to be here. Yes, thank you.
That's great to hear. Nice to hear. And so we will probably get in touch. And with that said, goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you.